So last year, I reviewed the 15-inch Yoga C940 with a beefy processor and a dedicated GPU, making it one of the more powerful two-in-ones that you could buy. This year, I'm reviewing the 9i, which is the new name for the C940 lineup. This is the 14-inch version, which doesn't have that dedicated GPU, but it's still a two-in-one, meaning you can flip the display 360 degrees right on it or just use it as a tablet. It's very well made. It's CNC aluminum, it's clean, it's simple, it has a very appealing design. The only complaint that I have is the pen placement. On the previous one, they placed the pen on the right-hand side, but on the new one, they placed it on the back. Now, if you have the laptop closed, it's not too hard to get to, but once you have the laptop opened and you want to get the pen on the back, the display gets in the way, making you having to close the display first in order to take it out. Now, ports are a bit less than before because on the left-hand side, you only have a USB port, 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports, and an audio jack. And then on the right-hand side, you have your power button. It's not a heavy laptop. You can open it up with one hand, but as soon as you get to the top, due to the tightness of the hinge, the bottom of the laptop will lift up a little bit, not a big deal. The keyboard, fantastic to type on. You have Lenovo's U-shaped keys. It's a bit soft. It doesn't have that tactile click compared to like their ThinkPad lineup, but overall a very good typing experience. You have chunky arrow keys. You have different levels of backlighting to choose from, and you have a very big touchpad. It's a fantastic touchpad. It's not as good as the Surface laptop or MacBook Pro, but it's one of the better ones that you can get on a laptop today. You have Windows Hello using the fingerprint scanner, but you don't have it for facial recognition. This display is 14 inches, it's 1080p, it's IPS. It has pretty good color accuracy. Like, you could totally do design work on this and feel super comfortable. It has good color gamut and not the best screen brightness. It's a bit average, but there is a 4K model you can choose from. There are two things I would have loved them to change about the display. The first one being the aspect ratio, 16:9. A lot of companies with their business and consumer laptops are moving to 16:10 or even 3:2. The second thing is the webcam. Like, this is still a 720p webcam, and a lot of people are working from home now, and having a better webcam is super important. However, the good thing is you have great sound with this laptop. Not only do you have 2 main speakers on the bottom, but you also have a rotating sound bar that has 2 tweeters. So no matter which way or which position you have the laptop in, the speakers on the top will always be facing you. Now, my unit comes with a i7 Tiger Lake processor paired with 16 gigabytes of RAM, a 512 gigabyte NVMe SSD, and a Intel Xe integrated graphics chip. Look, the Intel chip inside of here is gonna give you really great single core clock speeds. The only area that it's gonna lose out on is when it comes to multi-core. The AMD processors out there are just significantly better. So if you're a developer looking at this, you're probably better off buying a laptop with an AMD processor. But if you're someone who's doing design work, needs a two-in-one, there's not a lot of high-end AMD two-in-ones to choose from. And this one does a formidable job. And even the integrated GPU inside of here, the Intel Xe, is one of the faster integrated GPUs you can buy. It's faster than the RX Vega 7, which comes with most U-series AMD processors, so you could potentially even use this for some very light gaming. As for heat management, Lenovo's taking a very conservative approach. Sometimes you'll see the processor hit 90 degrees, but as soon as it does, Lenovo will power throttle the CPU in order to keep temperatures in check. And with that, you don't get those high clock speeds consistently. And I think if you're buying an Ultrabook, a 2-in-1 Ultrabook, that might be okay. With that being said, you do get low fan noise. Like, this thing under full load doesn't surpass 43 decibels. Now, I'm not an artist, so I can't comment on how good this pen is for design work, but based on other devices I have used, the latency is a bit slower than, let's say, an iPad, but it still feels very smooth. Like, if you're using this for notes, like, look at my hand. It's in the middle of the screen, I'm left-handed, and the palm rejection is on point. So if you're buying this for class and you want to use it to take down notes, you're not going to have any issues. And finally, the internals. Not a lot is upgradable. The RAM is soldered onto the motherboard, so whatever size of memory you choose, that's what you're stuck with until you decide to move on to something else. You can swap out the NVMe SSD and replace it with something bigger or faster down the road. I do appreciate the cooling system. Lenovo is using 2 fans and 2 copper heat pipes, which will help, and a massive battery, 58 watt hours. I got 15 hours and 13 minutes of use before needing to charge. If you're looking for good battery life in a 2-in-1, this is the one to take a look at. So here's the thing, the Yoga 9i may not be perfect. Like, I would have loved a few more ports. I would have loved the pen to be on the right-hand side, and I would have loved a 16:10 aspect ratio, and maybe even an AMD processor. But it's still a solid 2-in-1 and one of the better ones out there that you can buy today, especially for the price. Like, the sound alone is good. The battery life is amazing and the build quality is good. And if you're just looking for a very solid 2-in-1, then this might be the one for you. I hope that wraps it up. If you have any more questions, let me know in the comment section down below. You can reach me on Discord. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.